amazing that he said that it's not a training on compensation. This means an outline of what's going on. And I think about the infrastructure. If I was a new person, I've never done anything like this before, I want to know what's in place right now, how can I help you? I can say to you that I'm going to teach you this business. You say, well, how can he do that? He can't be at 65 places at once. But there's an infrastructure in place. For example, when our team, our team is young, just a couple, I told you 10 weeks old. Every Sunday night we have a team call. Now, what's the purpose of that? Because sometimes people say, well, I don't have a lot of time. But you know what? We realize that. We have a lot of professionals. We have a lot of, doesn't matter if you're professional or not, people are busy in general, whatever you call yourself entitled. That means nothing to me. But the fact is, every Sunday night at 9 o'clock to 9:30, starts at 9 sharp, 9:30 it ends. We give you enough nuggets to get you going for the next 7 days. We kind of look at the business this way. It's like nutrition. You eat food, and the fact is that food is supposed to give you energy for the next 3 or 4 hours. And then you eat again. And the idea is that that will help you. Well, if you never did this business, you need some nutrition. So every Sunday night, you need a little half-hour dose of here's the things that you need to work on. Here's how you acquire a customer. Here's how you pique someone's interest. Hey, listen to these 2 testimonies of how Mary got 5 customers last week. Hey, listen to how Ralph recruited 3 people. And you know what? When you get off that phone call, you're excited. Like, you know what? I really needed to hear that. We have an old saying that if you had a great week, the meeting, that little meeting really needs you. And the fact is, if you had a terrible week, you really need the meeting. Does that make sense to you guys? And I just know enough. In my former company, people ask me all the time, how'd you build a team of 27,000 people? Just by having little things like that in place, week after week after week after week after week. We taught people how to think like entrepreneurs, how to think on their own, how to grow their own business. Every Monday night, the company, often led by Mr. Steve Mintz, does a training call on the necessary things you have to know. So you can get into business and you can sit at home and listen to a conference call without leaving your house on the team concept. On Monday night, you can sit at home and get trained on the same things by the company on the national picture. On Tuesday night, we have what's called a national peak call. Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, you can put guests on the phone, and I do a 20-minute overview of the company, kind of like breaking this down really tight and short, so it's not somebody's on the phone too long, and it's enough fuel for them to go, you know what, I really want to hear more about this company. And the success that we're already getting off that call. The other night, we had a conference line with 150 people. People couldn't get on the line. 150 people seem a lot to you, but we're just getting started. Many of my friends from Baltimore called us, I couldn't get on your call. I just texted them back and said, what is that time? I couldn't get on. Good. I was happy. Good. Glad you couldn't hear it. Next time you won't wait to 9 o'clock. That kind of thing. You'll learn. We're going to blow these things up. The point is that if you got on that Sunday night team call and you got excited, you're going to be excited enough that on Monday you're going to ask 3 or 4 people, are you open to making some money outside of what you're currently doing? And they're going to say yes, and then you invite them to the Tuesday night call. Does that make sense? Yes. And then how we really blow this thing up is we start teaching you how to grow it. And that's what we're talking about. And how do you go from 1 person to 3 people? How do you go from 3 people to 10 people? You see that example, 2,187 people, and some people get lost right there. I've been doing this a long time. I know where your mind is. You go, I don't know all those people. But how many people did he say you had to know? 3. 3, and maybe the first 3 aren't the right 3. Do you know 3 more? That's the part that I get. I know 3 more. And the fact is, why do I know this market's going to grow? I can go around the room and say, Mitch and Scott Kelman already know what they're doing. Roy Wright already knows what he's doing. Winston Cornell already knows what he's doing. Bob Ramaka and Rob Byer, they already know what they're doing. They were part of trainings with me for years. They'll be able to run. They don't need me at all. They know how to teach somebody how to get a customer. Chuck Simmons how to teach somebody how to get a customer. We teach 3 basic words, to get a customer. We're going to learn that to say it in another session coming up. So what's coming up? Well, we're going to end the meeting. We promised our meeting will be done at 8:30. And I'm true to my word. Anybody's been around, time is critical. If I say we're done at 8:30, we're done. Next part is optional. Our president of our company is going to talk to you about how, not only what we're going to do in this company, but how to get started. About a 15, 20-minute session. How to get started. Why it's important, what we're going to do here in Maryland, the launch dates, you're going to want that. The information on when we launch, when we get customers, you're going to want that. It's going to tell you how to get started. But right now, before you leave, I want to make sure everybody leaves with an application in their hand. Please, I can say who's the guest, but you're all guests. So you're all getting one. So everybody gets to help out, please. Just pass it down. These are applications. This is how you would enroll into UCI. Now keep in mind, nobody in here is a rep, so this is kind of explained a little bit. So if I invited you, you would use my rep ID to go under me. Does that make sense? How we start to build it? And then the person who invited you, say if you came with Scott and Mitch Kelman, then you would use their ID, which they don't have yet. Put them in order, and we'll place them out. But in theory, everybody here, in theory, could become a rep tonight. It's $4.99. We put credit card information in there. We'll process all that. And the idea is that I'll take it. You got your copy, I got our copy. We'll send it all to the home office, and we'll get it squared away. But the idea is we can do that tonight. Some of you are ready to do that. You told me, some of you are not. I'm not selling you right now. I'm just telling you, if you want to do that, there's your application. Another point I thought about when we close out the room is that we have another meeting tomorrow night at the Doubletree in Annapolis. I always say if you're smart. It's almost so insulting to say almost like if you're not, so that can be else if you're not. But here's the thing. If you're sitting here tonight and you like what you're hearing and you understand what it's like to be first, I want to be in that room tomorrow night with 3 or 4 more people to hear it again. Because then you're not sitting there, well, I'll wait till they come back in a month. Well, if you already couldn't get on a conference call 3 days ago with 150 lines, what do you think it's going to be like in a month? We're going to have 1,000 line conference calls that you can't get on. This is about to blow up. I've spent the last 3 weeks just talking to a core group of people that I invited to look at this thing. And as a result, many of you are here. I spent my time with that core group of people, but I didn't spend my time with you individually. The next month is about you being part of the process so you can grow your team, and that's how we're going to take it from the original 30 or 40 or 50 people to several hundred in the next month. Does that make sense to you guys? You guys haven't got the time that I've given these first group of people. I spent a lot of time cultivating them, so that and you're a great example because I introduced this to Scott and Mitch, and then they called you, and then you plugged into every conference call that we've done. And as a result, you got 6 or 7 people here tonight. That's an example of how it works. And this is the pre-launch stage. We're going to show you how to blow this thing up. I can assure you, if you want to go to work, I can teach you how to get 40 or 50 reps because it's the first 30 days. I can assure you that. Just some simple, duplicatable processes. Now, David, because we're informal here, is there anything I'm missing on this agreement? Because it starts with the group that I invited. They can use my ID number. By the way, it's 8092. So if you came with someone else and you want me to recruit you, go ahead. Can't do that. I would be shot before I got started. I thought I got away with something. You can't. But that's where it is. I'm saying to you, because you guys already said it, when it says rep ID above is sponsor information 8092. That's what you put in there. The person who brought you, we'll go right on down the line, and we'll work on down the line. But the fact is, I want you guys to understand, tomorrow night, we're doing this again at 7:30. Now, right now, it's 8:31. And I'm going to dismiss the room, but here's what's going to happen. We're going to just wait for 5 minutes. We're going to come back and start a quick start training. That teaches you out the gate how to get a customer. That teaches you out the gate how to get do your first promotional position. They don't want to go to bonuses, but the fact is they have bonuses in the last couple months. They've had bonuses just by getting 20 customers and 3 reps who got 5 customers that can pay as much as $1,500. That's how we're going to get the gate right away. If I can show somebody how to invest $499 and make $1,000 right away, people are going to get excited. And if I have a room full of people who all got $1,000 checks, they're going to tell other people. Does that make sense to you guys? I was trying to do the math. They paid out $405,000 in commissions. There's only 2,000 reps. That means a whole lot of people get a whole lot of money in a short period of time. I don't know if you're scared to do it. I'm going, that's a lot of money. There's people up in Ohio making some bank already. We're going to blow those numbers away. We're sitting here 4 months from now going, no, in Maryland alone, we paid $1 million in commission. Who's going to get it? I'm getting some. I understand. How much do you want is where I'm at. That's where it is. Whatever it is that you need, get your questions answered. That's what the night's all about. Get your questions answered. Some people process differently. I get it. Some people have a few questions. Let's get them answered tonight. Some people have already made a decision. It's not for me. That's cool too. That's totally cool. Not everyone's going to do it. I get that, and that's all right. You can be a customer for the person who invited you. Just try the service. If you're not happy, you're not in a contract. You can always go back to BG&E to save your account. Right? That's totally fine. That's totally okay too. But there's other people who want to get started right now. And you're going to want to hear the next part. Especially with the president of our company, because he's going to tell you the vision, why they started this company. That's important. So let's just take a 5-minute break and we'll come right back in. Thanks, guys.